Keep blooming, even when it rains. In a small bustling town lived a woman named Clara. She didn't have much, no big house, no car, no savings. But she did have something truly special, a big heart and a bright, warm smile. Every morning before sunrise, Clara would walk to the local market. She bought fresh flowers, daisies, roses, wild marigolds. Then she'd set up a little stand near a quiet church and sell her handmade bundles to people on their way to work, or morning prayer. She didn't earn much, but Clara was never unhappy, always cheerful, always kind, always grateful. Then came the rainy season. It started with a soft drizzle, but soon turned into endless storms. Streets flooded, the sky stayed grey, and Clara's flowers wilted and spoiled. Still, she came, every single day, her coat soaked, her hands cold, her basket full of soggy flowers, and her earnings almost nothing. People rushed past, umbrellas over their heads, too busy staying dry to even notice her. One cold, wet morning, Clara looked down at her basket of ruined flowers. Her back ached, her shoes were soaked, and she hadn't sold a single flower in 3 days. For a moment, she felt defeated, but then she looked around. Everyone seemed tense, rushing, frowning, tired. And something in her heart whispered, maybe they need a smile more than I need a sale. She stood up and called out gently, "Free flowers today. Take one and smile, even if it's raining." People stopped. Some looked confused. Some smiled. Some reached out, touched by the gesture. A little girl giggled and gave her a hug. A man, who had just dropped his phone in a puddle, looked frustrated, until Clara handed him a marigold and said softly, "Maybe the day is tough, but you don't have to be." He stared at her, then nodded quietly and walked away. For the next few days, Clara kept showing up. She gave away whatever flowers she had, along with a smile and a kind word. And slowly, people began to notice, not just the flowers, but her spirit. Then one morning, as the clouds finally began to part, a man in a clean coat approached her. He held a folder and a small key. "Clara?" he asked. She looked up, surprised. "My name is Daniel," he said. "Last week I passed by. I was in a dark place. My business was failing. My father was ill. I had no hope." His voice trembled. "But your words, 'Keep blooming even in the rain,' they stayed with me." Clara listened, in silence. "Your kindness gave me strength," Daniel said, "and I made a promise to myself. If I ever stood back up, I'd help someone else rise too." He handed her the folder and the key. "I run a small floral supply business. I've rented a little shop nearby. It's yours now, to work from and to stay dry when the storms come." Clara's eyes filled with tears. "But I can't pay rent," she whispered. "I barely earn enough to eat." Daniel smiled gently. "You don't have to. Not now. When things get better, you can return it bit by bit. No rush." He paused and added, "Just promise me this. Keep smiling. And keep spreading kindness." Tears rolled down Clara's cheeks. She remembered all the rainy mornings, all the time she smiled through exhaustion, gave when she had nothing left. And now, this. The next day, Clara opened her little shop, a tiny space with wooden shelves, a simple table, and a sturdy roof. Her flowers stayed fresh, her hands stayed warm, and customers came, not just to buy flowers, but to feel the comfort of her presence. Soon Clara hired 2 women from the neighborhood who also needed work. She taught them how to tie flower bundles and how to treat people with kindness and care. And before long, her shop became known throughout the town as the Smiling Flower Stand. Years later, on another rainy morning, Clara saw a young girl standing outside her shop. Her coat was soaked. She held a basket of wilted flowers, just like Clara once had. The girl looked hopeless. Clara stepped outside, holding up an umbrella. "Come in, dear," she said gently. "Don't let the rain stop you." "But my flowers are ruined," the girl whispered. "Who would buy them?" Clara smiled and said, "Then let's give them away, with love. You never know whose heart they might touch." And just like that, the cycle of kindness continued. Because life isn't always sunny. There will be storms, hard days, setbacks. But even in the rain, we have a choice. A positive mindset doesn't erase the hardship, but it does give us the strength to rise above it. When we stay kind, hopeful, and generous, life has a way of surprising us with blessings we never saw coming. So remember, keep blooming, even when it rains. Vocabulary words from the story. Wilted meaning, drooping, faded, or weakened, usually from lack of water or freshness. Example, Clara looked sadly at the wilted flowers in her basket, their petals soft and drooping from the rain. Soaked meaning completely wet, drenched with water. Example, her coat was soaked after standing in the rain for hours. Grateful meaning feeling or showing thankfulness and appreciation. Example, even with little money, Clara was always cheerful and grateful for each new day. Kindness, meaning the quality of being friendly, generous, and considerate. Example, Clara's simple act of kindness, offering free flowers, touched many hearts. Hopeless meaning feeling or showing no hope, despairing. Example, the young girl looked hopeless, her eyes full of worry as she clutched her ruined flowers. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe.